So I love Primeros Pasos. It's been a really great experience for me. It's been so informative going to the communities and meeting the women that we work with. And it's been a huge confidence boost as a leader going in and teaching other people. Also, it's just been a lot of fun getting to know all the other volunteers here. We have a lot of fun together. I've learned a lot about Guatemala, a lot about the culture. Just outside of the city in the rural areas. Um, and I've learned a lot about what it's like to have a clinical experience, what it's like to walk around in a clinic, and what the women in the rural Guatemalan villages experience day to day, and what they value and what they can really learn from us. And it's really easy to teach them. And I've really just loved connecting with them every day, chatting with them, hearing about their kids, practicing Spanish, and it's just been really fun. And after a certain point, it just feels like we're all friends talking to each other. So I think that's definitely my favorite part. So every morning I'd wake up in Shayla, and I love the early mornings in Shayla. I'd get on a bus, and we would go to 3 different communities throughout the week. So I'm a volunteer in the nutrition program, and we would do different sorts of lessons depending on the week. At first, when I got here, we started doing healthy recipes. So we would cook with the women and teach them how to use the vegetables in their garden and put them together in a delicious, healthy way that their family would like. And that was a lot of fun, and we taught them about like added sugars and what's healthy, what are vitamins, what you should be eating on a daily basis. Although it was the nutrition program, it wasn't just about nutrition. It actually went above and beyond that towards the end of my stay here. We Scarlett, my supervisor, actually teaches the women how to read and write, and the past couple weeks we've been doing lessons on reproductive health and family planning, and the women have been really loving that. So we work with groups of women that have small children, and they've been in this project for over a year now, some of them, and they get together in one community every Monday, every Tuesday, or every Thursday, and it's just a chance for them to get together and chat and learn new things. So that's what I do with the nutrition program. And then on the days that we don't go to the communities, I go to the clinic, and we do other work to prepare for lessons. But personally, I've been doing a research project on the cultural beliefs of the women in these villages, probably traditional mind beliefs. And there's something called mal de ojo, which means the evil eye. And the women believe, some of them believe this, that um, if certain people look at their child when the baby's young and it's uncovered, then the baby can get sick and have digestive problems and vomit and things like this. So I've actually been interviewing the women about their beliefs about the evil eye and other things related to pregnancy and midwives and healers and how they heal these sicknesses and prevent sicknesses. So it's been a really interesting research project. I'm just sifting through interviews and putting it all together, and maybe we'll do a lesson later on prevention of sicknesses or something like that. So I love Shayla. Shayla is awesome. Um, if you look for it on a map, you won't find it because it's Quetzaltenango, but nobody says that. It's always just Shayla, and it's a really, really great place to live because it's not really touristy. Um, it feels really local and down to earth. You can walk out your door and go to the market down the street and see all the women in the traditional clothing, and speak Spanish everywhere. English is not very common, except there are a lot of foreigners here, so you will be speaking English to them because it's such a great place to learn Spanish. So there's a great community of people from all over the world that come here that are working for NGOs, that are learning Spanish, that are teaching English. Everyone's here for a different reason. I feel like I meet someone and I ask them, okay, so what NGO are you working for? So it's a common position for people to be in here. And it's a great place because you have downtown Shayla with Parque Central, and there's a lot of cool coffee shops there and fun restaurants and things to do all the time, but also you can take a bus like 15 minutes away to Primeros Pasos to the clinic, and it's beautiful. and you're not in the city anymore, so you can easily get out of Shela to like the mountains, and there's a volcano right here that you can hike. Um, there's, I think, 37 volcanoes in Guatemala that you can hike at sunrise, and they're beautiful and they're really accessible with other guide companies. And um, also, there's Lake Atitlan that's 2.5 hours away, and I've been here for 6 weeks, and I think I've been to like 4 times. So it's a paradise there. It's absolutely gorgeous. There's just so much to do. You can summit the highest point in Central America, and that's only 2 hours away. Um, Also, there are many other beautiful parts of Guatemala that I've yet to see. I'm going to be traveling to this place called Champe. Apparently, they're beautiful turquoise waters, and it's in the jungle, and then the Caribbean coast, and then I'll eventually go to Honduras and see what that's all about. So, traveling in Guatemala is a lot of fun, especially living in Shela has been great. I live at the yoga house, and I don't think I could have asked for a better home for the summer. It's a great community of people from around the world. There's 12 rooms, and you get unlimited yoga. Um, it's just an awesome community. I really love my roommates, and I always feel like I'm included in everything. I've never felt scared at all about going to do something, because someone will always accompany you or say, hey, do you want to grab lunch? And it's just a great place to hang out and establish yourself for a couple weeks. I would highly recommend Shayla. So arriving in Guatemala was not as scary at all as I thought it was going to be. It was a very smooth transition, especially with Primeros Pasos, because we have such a tight-knit community and volunteer group here. Um, I never feel like, oh, it will be hard to find somebody to go do this with me or something, because there's so many volunteers that are willing to travel and spend time with you and hang out. It's almost like coming here and having instant friends, because everyone's in the same boat. And all of my supervisors here have been great too. If you have any ideas of projects you want to do, they just say, go for it, and they'll show you the way. But it's not too suffocating. You can just pretty much, you have an idea, and they let you go with it, which is I think a very good way to gain experience as a leader and get the information you need. And at first they show you the way, like here are the buses that you take to get to this place and everything. But after a while, you just feel really independent, and it's pretty empowering. So you can go any direction you'd like, really, once you get here. And then you always have the volunteers to hang out with. Like, we have birthday parties and things like that, and meetings at restaurants and dinners, and we just hang out a lot, and it's a great community to be a part of.